Hello, hello, one and all. Welcome. Hello to those already in the chat as we get started for this Trivia Club live from the Trivia Clubhouse at around 7:05. So good to see people a few minutes early, even before 7. Bravo. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully you're all doing well. All doing the best you can, of course, with further, good and bad. But if you're in Ontario, lockdown news, keeping comfortable, doing all you can to keep yourself nice and comfy. Yes, this is Trivia live from the Trivia Clubhouse. We'll be getting started at 7:05, so about 7 minutes, but only 2 minutes until 7 o'clock. We'll let a few more people join in on this trivia goodness before we get started. Wonderful to have you all. Say hello in the live chat if you have not already. It'll be good to see the teams playing. Yes, let us know your team name if you're new to Trivia Club. I'll make sure to say hello to everyone that I can before we get started. And even those two who I might have missed while we're in the middle of trivia. Enjoying that Trivia Club water. Oh yeah, thanks on the sweater compliment. It's a Gap sweater, isn't it a Gap sweater? Yeah. Yeah. A Christmas gift. Christmas, right? Not birthday.
Probably.
That's why she's the producer, yeah. Christmas gift from my producer, my partner, the love of my life. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
Hello to Jacob as well, by the way. Thank you for supporting on Patreon. I'm going to make sure to talk all about Patreon and all that possibility stuff. Possibility of all that tonight. Oh, I like your sweater. Well, that's a good team name. I mean, complimentary and sort of like eyes the sweater with a bit of planning. Hello to Down by the Bay as well. Back together again. Welcome back together again. Hello, hello. Hello to Jan. Thanks on the nice sweater compliment as well. I know that that's not your team name, at least. Hello, hello to Too Fast, Too Curious, and Reens Prebuses, Rancid Cupuses, checking in. It's a great name. On a reference that, thankfully is old, but it just rolls off the tongue. Hello to R&D. So yes, for all those continuing to join in, we'll be getting started at 7:05. Just a little bit after 7, allowing anyone else who might be joining as close to 7 as possible to join in before we start our trivia. Let me just get myself a little center in the picture. There you go. And from the technical hiccups, if there were hiccups last week, things have been going relatively smoothly. But if there are any technical difficulties, I'll make sure to either jump directly back into this if I fall out of this live chat. I'll see if I can join in. Or if it falls out altogether, I'll just restart a new one with a part 2 if necessary. And if there's anything that needs to be repeated because of the lag on the live feed for either me or you, I can do that, no problem, at the end of the round, as we always do. Hello to the center of the British Empire. Hello, hello. Hello to Michelle as well. Good to see you. We'll be getting started in a few minutes. But just make sure to say hello in the live chat if you have not already. Good to hear both from you and your team name. Let us know your team name. I think I said hello to Too Fast, Too Curious. If I did not, hello. Dawned on me that I might have missed that. If not, then you get 2 mentions, which I guess is fitting with the name. Mm-hmm. Just get to see me relax, hang out, sit back. It's really exciting YouTube stream. But we'll be getting started in another minute's time. All you need is a pen and a piece of paper, or a pencil and a piece of paper. You'll be marking your own paper. So write on it what you will. You can also mark your peers' papers if you're playing against those in your place of living. I wanted to throw in as many P's there as possible. It'll be 20 questions of trivia goodness. So make room for at least 20 questions on that piece of paper. The 20th question will be about 10 parts. So leave room for that as well if you're going to put down numbers ahead of time. All right. Without much further to say, other than don't forget to say hello in the chat, let's jump into trivia for tonight, shall we? All right. And it'll go down in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome to Trivia Club.
Hello, welcome one and all to Trivia Club live from the Trivia Clubhouse. I am your host, Russel Harder, the man in the bow tie, the man with that trivia plan. This trivia is planned for 20 questions tonight for this, the 33rd edition of Trivia Club, streamed live from the Trivia Clubhouse. And before I get too deep into it, Trivia Club is once again going to be advertised as a pay what you think it's worth event. We're still going to be having a free live stream every Tuesday, but if you'd like to do more, then although we thank you for spending your time with Trivia Club, so if that's all you can give, your time, that's all you need to give. But if you'd like to support Trivia Club, I've got a few options for you. For one-time payments or one-time support, you can go to paypal.me/Russel Harder. And for continued support and the perks that will come with it, also let me know if what kind of perks you'd be interested in. I've got a Patreon that I'm going to bring back to life called at patreon.com/Trivia Club as well. So those are both ways you can support Trivia Club, both now and into the future. And both ways can be found in the description of this video as well on YouTube, and also in the audio version on Soundcloud as well. And speaking of Patreon supporters, thank you to our newest Patreon or patron of the Jacob Ginsburg. Thank you for the support. Alrighty. And speaking of just doing what you can to, no, this is actually more important than supporting me, but wear a mask. If you're going outside, remember to keep up the good work with that as well. It keeps both you safe and it keeps others safe. It's the simplest kindness you can do. And you will influence others by simply normalizing the practice of wearing masks. So keep up the great work there. And speaking of keeping those who are at risk safe, not only that, but something that is near and dear to my heart, If you want to know more about Cystic Fibrosis Canada or cystic fibrosis overall, you can go to and potentially donate there at cysticfibrosis.ca. Thank you. Trivia, once again, is 20 questions of trivia goodness. It'll be some classic pub style trivia, some game show games, and ending with the Trivia Royale, a 5-minute lightning round, if you will. All you need is a pen and a piece of paper to write down those answers on, so get that ready. And I won't be able to interact with the participants, so please say hello in the live chat. It's over on this side of the screen for me. So if I look over there, I'm saying hello. I'm trying to find those names. Don't share any answers, but please do let us know your team name. And speaking of extra bits of fun, last week and every week, we end the night with a bit of bonus trivia. The Trivia Club anagram called I Built a VCR, because I Built a VCR is an anagram for Trivia Club. So that anagram was henceforth April Frisbee. And we were looking for a 90s sitcom there. That would be The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Henceforth, April Frisbee. And what can we win if we get it? Not only that, but get the most points for trivia. Well, I mean, you can win a good time. So congratulations, you did it. But also, you can win that golden VHS. Imagine whatever golden VHS you'd like to win, and that's yours. Yes, indeed. Enjoy it. That golden VHS prize. You can also follow Trivia Club on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, where you are right now, of course. And on triviaclub.ca. Yes, triviaclub.ca, where we have all our Trivia Club goodness. There's also a new Instagram for Trivia Club that's been going for a few weeks now. Instagram.com/TriviaClubCA. So thank you for supporting trivia any way you can, including for this video. Give a thumbs up, like this video, and it'll help more people see this video as well. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the thumbs up. And one more thing before I give you those cardinal rules. If you're needing entertainment for your private events this holiday season, remember that Trivia Club is available to host private events, trivia events over Zoom. If you would be interested, you can contact me through any of those social medias or at russelharder@gmail.com. Alrighty. With all that said, and hello to Travel Buddies and Cookie Faced. All right, good to see both teams. The cardinal rules before we start trivia: be smarter than that internet connection. Yes, as always, if you're cheating to win trivia, to get those answers, you're only treating yourself. So, cheating yourself, not treating yourself. Don't post the answers in the comments section, of course, by the way. Don't post it in the comments or the live chat. Only post that score at the end of the night or chat amongst yourselves. And you can always ask me questions about questions. I will be happy to answer. The only other rule of Trivia Club is tell everybody about Trivia Club. All right, let's jump into it. This 33rd edition of Trivia Club at home. Here we go. Question number 1 asks you to just sit back and relax. So, question number 1, name the cartoon which aired for 99 episodes across Fox and, fittingly enough, the WB starting in 1993 that was revived, or that has been revived, on Hulu, which is zany to the max because Canadians don't know when we'll be able to see this cartoon and enjoy it. Once again, name that cartoon which aired for 99 episodes across Fox and, fittingly enough, the WB starting in 1993 that has been revived just recently on Hulu, which is zany to the max. Because once again, Hulu somehow is not available for Canadians. I know. If you're an American watching this, I know. It does not make sense. They are now making just enough interesting content that I'm thinking about it. I've thought about it multiple times. Getting Hulu. Question number 2. We're looking for an awarding answer on this one. The Merlin Award, whose past winners include Harry Blackstone and Chris Angel, is given to performers in what field? Once again, the Merlin Award, whose past winners include Harry Blackstone and Chris Angel, is given to performers in what field? That's your question number 2. Question number 3, it's a working title of a question. So your question number 3, name the award-winning Greta Gerwig movie of 2017 that had the working title Mothers and Daughters. Once again, what award-winning Greta Gerwig movie of 2017 had the working title Mothers and Daughters? And question number 4, we're going to ask you to connect for the point on this question. So what's the connection between the answers to questions 2 and 3? Yes, it's the connection between the answers. No context in that connection within the questions, but the answers do have a connection for that point on question number 4. Think outside the box on this one. Once again, question number 2, the Merlin Award, whose past winners include Harry Blackstone and Chris Angel, is given to performers in what field? And question number 3, what award-winning Greta Gerwig movie of 2017 had the working title Mothers and Daughters? Doesn't sound like there's a connection, but the answers do have a connection on that question number 4. What is the connection for the point on question 4? Trivia water. It's tasty and a little trivial. You didn't think water could be, but I mean, hydrate. Don't hydrate. That's not trivial. Question number 5. It is called Best Known For. So, question number 5, Best Known For. Name the 4 projects, in this case, the 4 movies, that according to the InternetMovieDatabase.com and its algorithm, that the following filmmaker is quote-unquote known for. So according to IMDb.com and its algorithm, what are the 4 movies that Jon Favreau is known for? I will say these are 3 films that he has acted in and directed, and one that he has produced. The one that he has produced can't confirm that he acted in it. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Did not direct it, though. So once again, in those 4 movies that Jon Favreau is quote-unquote known for, and yes, he has acted in all 4 as well. That's your question number 5. Best known for Jon Favreau. Johnny Favs. I don't think anyone calls him that. Once again, for those Jon Favreau movies, yes, he has acted in all 4, directed 3. Question number 6 now. Your question number 6. This question is there for you. So, question number 6. For a point each, name the 3 friends that recorded That's What Friends Are For alongside Dionne Warwick as Dionne and Friends on the 1986 hit. They were all stars in their own right. But once again, for a point each, name the 3 friends that recorded That's What Friends Are For alongside Dionne Warwick as Dionne and Friends on that 1986 hit. Once again, yes, those 3 friends, all stars. All of them, all stars. Question number 7. It's the city name game. So, your question number 7. Before becoming Seattle, Seattle was first named this, a city name shared by a major city on the East Coast. It was named that by European settlers. Once again, before becoming Seattle, Seattle was first named this, a city name shared by a major city on the East Coast. It was done so by European settlers. Question number 8 now. It is our audio clue of the night. It is called Bit by Bit. I'm going to be playing you an 8-bit version of a popular song. You name that popular song for a point. Give me the musical act responsible for that song for a second point. 2 possible points to be won on this. Question number 8 is Bit by Bit. It'll be an 8-bit version. So an old Nintendo game sort of tune or a flip phone ringtone. Here we go. At question number 8, Bit by Bit, name this tune and name the musical act responsible for it. That's your question number 8, that Bit by Bit. Name that song, name the musical act responsible for that bit of tune. 2 possible points. Question number 9. We're going to tag the line. So I'm going to give you a tagline from a movie poster, and you name that movie for the point here. That question number 9, tag the line. In the open country, you can find anything, but every fortune leaves a trail. So once again, in the open country, you can find anything, but every fortune leaves a trail. Ooh. One more time on that question number 9, that tag the line. Name the movie with the poster tagline, in the open country, you can find anything, but every fortune leaves a trail. Question number 10 now is our first game show game of the night. It is Survey Says. Survey Says is our spin on the Family Feud. We'll be giving you an actual Family Feud survey question, and you tell me what you think the number one answer is as per the 100 Americans, give or take, that were surveyed. So for that question number 10, that Survey Says, tell me a word, or give me a word, that rhymes with dude. So tell me a word, or give me a word that rhymes with dude. 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 If anyone was yelling sweet back to their computer, thank you. Yeah. Give me what you think is the number one answer as per the 100 Americans surveyed. Also, just your best guess. Could fall somewhere in there for points. There's 5 possible ways that you could get points. If you guess the actual number one answer, that is 5 points, however. Question number 11 now. It is sequel subtitles. So that's sequel subtitle. Name the movie whose sequel is This Too Electric Boogaloo. Once again, name the movie whose sequel is blank to Electric Boogaloo. A classic. Just a classic. Question number 12 now. It's a question between the world and me. So, world. Question number 12. He followed up the book Between the World and Me, now an HBO special, with the book We Were 8 Years in Power. Once again, name that author who followed up the book Between the World and Me, now an HBO special, with the book We Were 8 Years in Power. Question number 13. You better believe it. So, at question number 13, since 1911, the Iowa State Fair has featured one of these animals sculpted from 600 pounds of pure cream butter. Once again, name the animal that has been sculpted from 600 pounds of pure cream butter since 1911 at the Iowa State Fair. Except for this year? Oh, I hope. Question number 14 now is a question about stranger danger. So, question number 14. This crime-fighting dog got his name thanks to Frank Sinatra's smooth stylings in the song Strangers in the Night. Once again, name that crime-fighting dog that got his name thanks to Frank Sinatra's smooth stylings in the song Strangers in the Night. Question number 15. It's our countdown takedown. It is a game show game as well. This game show game is played with Price is Right rules, but with a twist. I'm going to ask you a question with a number for an answer. You want to guess as close to that answer as you can without going over the actual number. If you get that number right on, that is 5 possible points. If you're within 25% of the actual number, that is 2 points. So 2 good points still to be won. So, for this game show game, give me your best guess at that number. And for question number 15, that countdown takedown. According to the New York Times, Barack Obama's new memoir, A Promised Land, sold approximately this number of thousands of copies, the largest opening day of any book Penguin Random House has ever published, beating out the 725,000 copies. 725,000? Yeah, 100,000? 725,000 copies. Michelle Obama's book Becoming sold in 2018. So once again, yes, beating the prior record of 725,000. That's the number of copies sold by Michelle Obama's book Becoming in 2018. How many, approximately this number of thousand of copies were sold by A Promised Land, Barack Obama's new memoir? Yes, the largest opening day of any Penguin Random House book ever published. Or that they have ever published, at least. Sold a lot is what we're saying. Oh, and this is I don't think I specified in this, but it's the first day sale. Yeah. As the record of 725,000 from Michelle Obama's book, that was the first day prior record. But yes, what is the day one number of thousands of copies sold for Barack Obama's new memoir, A Promised Land? Question number 16 now. Yes, question number 16. We're quizzing you on the last name of single name stars. So, for question number 16, would you believe she was born with the last name Sarkisian? Once again, guess the single name star with the last name. Would you believe she was born with the last name Sarkisian? Question number 17. It stinks. It stinks. I'm going to give you a bad review for a popular movie And you tell me the movie that is generally thought of as good. So yes, name this movie from its bad review. Question number 17. The critic Vincent Canby of the New York Times wrote, "It's a Frankenstein monster. It's a Frankenstein monster stitched together from leftover parts. It talks. It moves and fits and starts, but it has no mind of its own. Looking very expensive but spiritually desperate, this second part has the air of a very long, very elaborate review sketch." Once again, yes, it's a Frankenstein monster stitched together from leftover parts. It talks, it moves and fits and starts, but it has no mind of its own. Looking very expensive but spiritually desperate, this part 2 has the air of a very long, very elaborate review sketch. That's that question number 17. Question number 18. This one is an 18-word hint for an 18-letter movie title. Mixing it up a little bit. So name this 18-letter movie title, or give me that 18-letter movie title from this 18-word hint. On your question number 18, a dysfunctional family hops into and push starts their VW bus and heads for a beauty pageant in Redondo Beach. Once again, question number 18, a dysfunctional family hops into and push starts their VW bus and heads for a beauty pageant in Redondo Beach. Question number 19 now. It's a question about streaming episodes. So I will give you the name of 4 episode titles, and you name that streaming show. So that question number 19, name that streaming show from these 4 episode titles. They are Fairy Tale, Coup, Dear Mrs. Kennedy, and Windsor. Once again, Fairy Tale, Coup, Dear Mrs. Kennedy, and Windsor. Name that streaming show. And before I jump into question number 20, that Trivia Royale, are there any questions I can repeat or clarify before our 5-minute long lightning round? Question number 12 will do. So that question number 12. This one is Between the World and Me. So, world, here we go. This author followed up the book Between the World and Me, now an HBO special, with the book We Were 8 Years in Power. Once again, yes, name that author who followed up the book Between the World and Me, now an HBO special, with We Were 8 Years in Power. I'll do 17. So here's the bad review, and you name that movie that is thought of as good, I mean, generally. So Vincent Canby of the New York Times wrote, at the time at least, "It's a Frankenstein monster stitched together from leftover parts. It talks, it moves and fits and starts, but it has no mind of its own. Looking very expensive, but spiritually desperate, this part 2 has the air of a very long, very elaborate review sketch." Question number 16, before going too far away from it. So this is the last name of a single name star. Name that single name star from the clue. Would you believe she was born with the last name Sarkisian? Number 19 and then I think I've done it. Oh, number 6. Yeah, I'll do that. Number 19 once again. So here are the 4 episode titles, and you name this streaming show. For question number 19, the episode titles are Fairy Tale, Coup, Dear Mrs. Kennedy, and Windsor. And number 6, I think I've done everything else. Number 6, so there for you. So for a point each, name the 3 friends that recorded That's What Friends Are For alongside Dionne Warwick as Dionne and Friends on that 1986 hit. So those 3 other stars, truly in their own right, stars in their own right, that recorded That's What Friends Are For alongside Dionne Warwick. Looks like there's nothing else to repeat or clarify. I think I got everything along the way as well. Didn't miss anything. Yeah? Cool. Yeah. Excellent. I'll queue up the time on the old time tablet. That's what they call these, right? Alrighty, 5 minutes on the clock. Our question number 20, our Trivia Royale. I'm going to ask you to name any 10 of the 21 potential musical acts, be they singular or group, that have been nominated multiple times at the American Music Awards. Yes, the American Music Awards for Artist of the Year since that award's inception in 1996. And go. Remember, we're looking for multiple nominees, not winners necessarily, but people that have been nominated multiple times, be they singular or group, any 10 of the potential 21, or maybe, 21 at the American Music Award for Artist of the Year. And I will also add as a caveat, it began in 1996, and then it jumped to 1999, and then it jumped again to 2001, and then after that it was pretty. It's been annual, it's been yearly ever since 2001. So don't stack your guesses too heavy from 1996 to 2000. Stay in that last 10, 15, 20 year range. The popular musical acts. I think emphasis on pop, since it's the American Music Awards. Name those Artists of the Year nominees, those multiple time nominees. A good many of which have been nominated 2 times, but others that have been nominated 3, 4, and 7 times. 3:30 still to go. 3:30. Give me your best guess at those multiple time nominees So nominated at least twice for the American Music Award for Artist of the Year. Could be a man or a woman. Could be singular or group. They are musical acts. So there are a few bands sprinkled in there. Of course, because it's pop music, it is mostly singular people. Another heads up, I guess. Don't put all your money on rock and roll bands. It is the 21st century. Hasn't been the kindest to rock bands. Two minutes remaining. 2:10 remaining. And fill out any other blank spaces that you might have on your sheet, as we'll be marking our papers after this, or marking our peers' papers. If you have peers around you, or if you're peerless, other people in your house also count in that regard. They can mark your paper too. One minute, 40 remaining. Talk amongst yourselves. Don't allow me to talk too much. I suppose that there's always the option of muting, which you might have already been doing already, and just keeping an eye on the clock. I'm going to get some trivia water, actually. I'll be back. I always forget I can step away. Oh, yeah. Less than a minute remaining. Speaking of the clock, I shall also watch it. 44, 43, 42, less than 47 seconds remaining. Finalize any answers that you might still have to fill out on those papers. And I'll be giving you those answers, a point for every correct answer unless otherwise noted. In my movement, it has angered the sign gods. Talk amongst yourselves. If anything, I can always move it aside, but still good. Thanks as always to Joel for the poster. 3, 2, 1. Time is up. And all the excitement. Didn't even get the full countdown, but finalize those answers. Finish filling in those spaces, as we'll be jumping into the answer portion, starting with that first question at Trivia Club at Home. Question number 1. Just sit back and relax as we pack away the snacks. Alrighty. Question number 1. Name that cartoon which aired for 99 episodes across Fox and, fittingly enough, the WB, starting in 1993, having been revived in this year 2020 on Hulu. Not that I'll ever know, being Canadian and all, because that would be the cartoon of Yakko, Wacko, and their sister Dot, the Warners, the Animaniacs. Animaniacs, because they're crazy to the max. And zany to the max as well. All right, question number 2. Your awarding answer, the Merlin Award, whose past winners include Harry Blackstone and Chris Angel. Mind freak, is given to performers in what field? That would be magic. Oh, it's magic, you know. All right, question number 3. Working title question. What award-winning Greta Gerwig movie of 2017 had the working title Mothers and Daughters? That would be Lady Bird. Lady Bird. I saw you working on it, and I saw you finding it. Well done. Question number 4. So what's the connection for that point on question number 4 between Magic and Ladybird? They are two famous Johnsons. Magic Johnson, Ladybird Johnson. Yeah. Famous Johnsons. Oh, and thanks for watching Animaniacs for me. Let me know how it is. Americans in the comments section, jeez. Appreciate it, though. Isaac should also enjoy the sweet, sweet knowledge of Animaniacs. Question number 5. Best known for. Name the 4 projects that, according to the Internet Movie Database.com, that IMDb.com and its algorithm, that Jon Favreau is known for. For a point each on question number 5, Iron Man, Swingers, Chef, and Avengers Endgame. The one he did not direct, but he certainly was in, now that I think about it a little bit better, and was also a producer on. Iron Man, Swingers, Chef, and Avengers Endgame. And I see what you're thinking in terms of birds and magic and hats, but I can't give you the point on hats. No. It's an interesting thinking there. Some creative thinking, as that question makes you do. Question number 6. This question is there for you, just like Dion and Friends. So, for a point each, who are the 3 friends that recorded That's What Friends Are For? That 1986 hit alongside Dionne Warwick were Gladys Knight, Stevie Wonder, and Elton John. So all 3 give you a point each. So Gladys Knight for a point, Stevie Wonder for a point, and Elton John for a 3rd possible point. All right, that question number 7. City name game. So Seattle was first named this, a city name shared by a major city on the East Coast by European settlers that also wanted, I guess, a equally new, if not newer, New York. Seattle, still a great name. Yeah. Do I know what it's called? I do not. Maybe I should have looked that up. All right, question number 8. Bit by bit. I'm going to play that 8-bit song, or I would have. I already did. What's the song called and the musical act responsible for that song? Question number 8. At Bit by Bit. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band for a point, and the Beatles for a 2nd point. So Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band for a point, and the Beatles for a 2nd point. Question number 9, tag the line. So in the open country, you can find anything, but every fortune leaves a trail. That open country is no country for old men. No country at all. Did I hit country hard enough in that tagline? Question number 10, our survey says. So for that question number 10, I asked you to tell me a word that rhymes with dude. If your dude rhyme matched with their dude rhyme, then you got some points, dudes. So let's start with that 1-point answer and go up to the 5-point answer. For 1 point, if you were thinking dude, like dude, because it was crude. Because it was crude. So crude was that C-R-U-D-E, crude. 2 points if you're like, dude, but also, dude, because you were being rude. Two points for being rude. A rude dude. 3 points if you're like, instead of like, dude, you're like, dude. That's a lewd dude. A lewd dude. 4 points if, well, I can't really just act this one out. Because it's a little, feel a little exposed. I'd be a nude dude. A nude dude. And if you're like, dude, but also like fully dude, like you were in that dude mood, if you were making a mood out of your dude. Yeah, mood is 5 points. What were you thinking?
Food, of course.
Oh, yeah. Food is also good. No points for food, but 5 points for mood, 4 points for nude, 3 points for lewd, 2 points for rude, and 1 point for crude. Good answer, though. Solid answer.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Annoyed because I wrote down the other two.
Ooh. Mm. Mm.
Put in the truth.
Mm-hmm. Question number 11. There was sequel subtitles. So, name the movie whose sequel is blank to Electric Boogaloo. That'd be Breakin' to Electric Boogaloo. Breakin'. Not to be confused with Breakin' 1. Tons of fun. No, it was just called Breakin'. But Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, which gave us Electric Boogaloo in the lexicon. It really can never be overrated. Overrated. Question number 12. Between the World and Me. So he followed up the book Between the World and Me, now an HBO special, with the book We Were 8 Years in Power. That is Ta-Nehisi Coates. Ta-Nehisi Coates. A great writer who's also now doing writing the Captain America comic book for Marvel. But yes, Ta-Nehisi Coates, fully recommend if you have not read already. Question number 13. But or believe it, since 1911, the Iowa State Fair has featured one of these animals sculpted from 600 pounds of pure cream butter. That'd be a pure cream butter cow. 108 years of pure cream butter cow. That's a lot of butter. It's an exponential amount of butter. Question number 14. Stranger Danger. So this crime-fighting dog got his name thanks to Frank Sinatra's smooth stylings in the song Strangers in the Night. Crime-fighting, mystery solving. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you damn kids. Strangers in the Night, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yeah, Scooby-Doo. They heard Frank Sinatra scatting away. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And that's where the name Scooby-Doo came from. Which is just a wild connection. Question number 15. Countdown, takedown. According to the New York Times, Barack Obama's new memoir, A Promised Land, sold approximately this number of thousands of copies. The largest opening day of any book Penguin Random House has ever published, beating out the 725,000 copies of Michelle Obama's book Becoming, sold in 2018. Can I get a drum roll on that number? A Promised Land sold 887,000 copies in its first day, day one, opening day. So 887 for 5. If you guessed 886 to 665,000, that is 2 points. So 886, anything between 886 and 665,000. That is 2 points. 887,000 will get you 5 points. So, last name of a single name star. Would you believe that she was named Sarkisian? Cher. That would be Cher. Yeah. The hint word in there was believe. Sarkisian, Cher, Sarkisian. Question number 17. It stinks. So it's a Frankenstein monster stitched together from leftover parts. It talks, it moves in fits and starts, but has no mind of its own. Looking very expensive, but spiritually desperate. This part 2 has the air of a very long, very elaborate review sketch. That's like a savage burn on The Godfather Part 2. People didn't mind it, I think, but Vincent Canby did not care for it. I guess he didn't like the flashbacks. Question number 18. A dysfunctional family hops into and push starts this VW bus and heads for a beauty pageant in the Redondo Beach. That'd be Little Miss Sunshine. Little Miss Sunshine for the point. On question number 18. Question number 19. Fairy Tale, Coo, Dear Mrs. Kennedy, and Windsor are all episode titles for the streaming show The Crown. Now back for its 4th season. Only on Netflix. This is not advertised. This is not a paid advertisement. I mean, it's advertising. Question number 12. 12? 20. Huh? Question number 20. Our Trivia Royale asks you to name any 10 of those musical acts, be they singular or group, that have been nominated at least twice at the American Music Awards for the category Artist of the Year since the inception of that award show in 1996. Took a couple of years off, though, don't forget. So it's mostly a 21st century award. Pop stars heavily involved, once again. So starting with the most nominated, and going to the 2 nominees, or the nominated twice, folks. That would be starting off with the 7-time nominee, Taylor Swift. Also this year's winner of that award, Taylor Swift. She's only lost once. And we'll get to the, will we? Yeah, we will. We'll get to the people that beat her that one time. Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Drake, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran. Oh, and interesting thing too, both Katy Perry and Ed Sheeran were nominated 4 times, and nominated 4 times and did not win because they were blocked out by Taylor Swift. Okay, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Post Malone, Alicia Keys, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Carrie Underwood, Eminem, Green Day. It was the early 2000s. Imagine Dragons, Justin Timberlake, Lil Wayne, Luke Bryan, Garth Brooks, Destiny's Child, Norah Jones, and the only musical act to defeat Taylor Swift in this category, One Direction. Once again, for a point each, any of these 10, any 10 of these following musical acts, Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Drake, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Post Malone, Alicia Keys, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Carrie Underwood, Eminem, Green Day, Imagine Dragons, Justin Timberlake, Lil Wayne, Luke Bryant, Garth Brooks, Destiny's Child, Norah Jones, and One Direction. Add up all those points. Let us know how many points you got in the live chat. I'll be glad to hear from you in that, what your team got, your team name, your team points. We'll read out those results and see who got the top score, at least in this live chat version of the game. If you're playing along after the fact, please do post your team score and your team name in the comment section of this video as well, or in the comment section of the podcast, be it on iTunes or on Soundcloud. We'll be glad to hear from you as well. You can find this in podcast version on the Trivia Club network, along with old podcasts of Pause and Play, of the comic book podcast that I did for a while, of all sorts of stuff are in that stream, actually, prior episodes. All right, and as the results are coming in, here's that bonus bit of trivia for you as well. A tiebreaker, if you need it, you can use it. I built a VCR and anagram for Trivia Club. As we do, we're going to ask you to find the classic Christmas song in the following anagram. Yes, because it's almost American Thanksgiving. It's past Halloween. It's Christmas already. So find the classic Christmas song in the following anagram. That anagram is Wistfully Astoria Harmonics. Once again, that's Wistfully Astoria, in the neighborhood in Queens, Harmonics. Having also lived in Astoria for a time, this is not a bad clue for the actual song as well. Alrighty, here are those results. I'll start reading them out. So you still have time, of course, to post your results in the live chat. Well done to the questionables with 20 points. With 25 points, it is Travel Buddies from Rancid Priebus. It is 24 points. 16 points for your producer and mine. Thanks. 30 big points from the Lord and Lady from the center of the British Empire. Ooh, they look to be in the lead so far. 26 points for Too Fast, Too Curious. Too Fast, Too Curious now in second place. 25 points for Cookie Faced. Are all tied up with the Travel Buddies. 30 points from Down by the Bay, tying them with the Lord and Lady. 20 points for the good folks from Laramie Cigarettes. 29 points from Agatha Christie. Now they're in second place after that two-way tie at the top. 9 points from Uno Persona. Well done. From the results coming in at the moment, it looks like, yes, a tie up top for the first time between the Lord and Lady and Down by the Bay. It's a family affair. It really is. Alrighty. Well done all once again. Thank you everyone for joining in, for playing along. Remember, you can support Trivia Club through either the PayPal for a one-off support, or if you want to become a Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/Trivia Club. All the information is in the information section of this video, just below the live stream. Thank you all once again for joining in. Thank you for your support of Just Playing every week. It's great to see everybody always in the chat. As much as I can just stare into this green light, as I always say, It's just great to see the names, the team names, and the point totals that let me know that you've played along the way. So thank you. Thank you for joining in. We'll be back December 1st. Yes, already December of 2020 for the 5th last Trivia Club of 2020. And then we'll be running back the game in January 2021. But yes, 5 more Trivia Clubs left in the year. Thank you for supporting Trivia Club, as always. Like and subscribe to the video. Thank you for reminding. Producer's work is never done. Your liking of this video will help it along the way to see if help it find other people due to the algorithm and however that works. And subscribing means you won't miss anything in the future. Thanks for wearing a mask. Thanks for washing your hands. Tonight's champions are everyone that does that and plays along as we go. There's only one more thing to say, so say it along with me, won't you? Won't you?
Yeah, I will.
And that is this. Remember, it's not what you know, it's what you learn along the way. Yay! Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
Bye, everybody. See you next Tuesday. Oh, yeah. Next Tuesday.